Greetings. Alrighty, so I'm happy to be back this week. Last week, like I said, it was a long week. It was a lot going on. I am happy to say that this week is starting off a lot smoother. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get right on into this reading this week. So we have a Warrior Queen, Gift of Charm for the beginning of our week. We have the Maker Earth card for for the beginning of our week. We have that Warrior Queen. For the Maker Earth card, it is for the middle of the week, and then we have a Warrior Princess card, Gift of Courage, that we're going to be closing our week out with. Okay. So also, my daughter is with me, so you all may have a little baby noise in the background. But, you know, it's all love, and we're going to keep it moving. Alrighty, so beginning of the week, Warrior Queen, Gift of Charm, families. Immediately what I felt was excitement, like breakout energy, right? And so I literally felt the need to dance, and I could feel the music and the joyfulness and the excitement. And so this feels almost like surprise, right? This feels almost like as a family or within your families, your children, you all may be experiencing some unexpected surprises or just unexpected happiness or joy. Very much like hers. But really having the ability to really tap into that fun, that joy, and that excitement. And this also feels very like that childlike excitement that's just giddy, where they just are screaming and they're running and they're laughing. It's that kind of high energy. So really plug into that energy, that frequency during the beginning of this week. Because when you're starting out the energy, when you're starting off the week with that kind of energy, you know things are going to be amazing. So beginning of the week, take your time, really enjoy, really relax, really give your gratitude. Notice all the moments where, even if they didn't go the way you wanted them to, where magic is happening, synchronicities are happening. Your children, what are they? What are they up to? What have they been up to? How are you all talking about those things? Are you getting excited with them? Do they have any new projects or hobbies or things, right, that you can kind of engage them in this week or the beginning of this week especially? But it feels like this energy, actually, the purpose of the celebrating is, and this acknowledgement, right, of the desires, the enjoyments, the hobbies, the things that bring joy, right? It feels like that energy, those energies are really actually bringing in a groundedness, which is funny because a lot of times people wouldn't expect for like partying or celebrating to be a grounding energy, but that really feels that that's what that is doing for your family this week. It is really bringing in that element of grounded energy. It's setting the tone for the week. It's getting everybody involved and pumped up. It's bringing that energy really, really high. So when that's happening in the beginning of the week, you got some amazing things happening throughout the rest of your week. And something amazing is going to be blooming because of that energy. That energy is rising, 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 which means it is creating, right? So be on the lookout for manifestations, both small and major, right? They're going to be manifesting this week. Also, alrighty, excuse me. She was wanting to shuffle cards with me and was upset because she didn't have a card. Alrighty. Yes, so that is the beginning of your week. Now, when we move into the middle portion of your week, you have this Gift of Courage, the Warrior Princess card. And that energy is exact, right? And so it feels like this high energy. You all may find yourself just on beat this week, whether it is a performance or something that you're needing to do. You're hitting every mark, whether it is goals that you're wanting to meet, whether it's your children, doing things they need to do without, maybe being reminded, maybe they're just on top of their game, right? Whatever it is, whether it's school, extracurricular stuff, whether this is within the home, and the roles that they play, the responsibilities that they have within the home. Whether this is your bonding, you're connecting, you are really kind of understanding each other, you and your partner, if the parents, or if we're talking about the children and the parents, the way that they're able to connect and engage with one another. Okay, so this is very exact energy. This is very on fire energy. This energy is passionate and knows exactly where it's going and is headed there. So make sure that you are keeping that certainty within your faith, within your belief. Whatever it is that your family's moving through, whatever it is that your family may be wanting to begin or just trying to figure out. Again, there's a lot of things going on in the world during this time, and so we are all in some way, everybody is feeling the pressure in some way. And so sometimes what's needed, right, what this energy could simply be doing for some of us, it is simply shaking off some of the gunk, right, some of the ick that's been collected as we have felt this pressure from all of the things happening in the world around us, right? And sometimes the shift that we need to see is just a dance, right? We just need to dance it out. We just need to party it out. We just need to laugh it out. We need to talk it out. We need to bond it out, love it out, whatever. But that is the shift that we're needing to see take place, because what comes after that is us being able to more easily manage the incoming energies. Okay, so shifting into joyful spaces, shifting into spaces of happiness, shifting into spaces that really bring a sense of gratitude, a sense of belonging, okay, and purpose. Right? Because all of those things help us to feel fortified within ourselves. So all of those things help us to really push past any challenges and perceived challenges, right? And so, with your children, making sure that they are feeling confident, making sure that they're feeling strong, making sure that they are feeling ready to deal with whatever it is that is before them, by making sure that they know how to celebrate, they know how to be grateful, they know how to be in a state of awareness of themselves, right? So they can take responsibility, so they can set their boundaries, so that they can be in a space where they are growing and thriving joyfully. Okay. All right. Yeah. So as we close this week out, you are seeing divine manifestations, and you're also receiving clarity on what it is that you're needing to manifest moving forward. So this week will also be revealing some truths to us. This week will be revealing the truth of where we've really truly been mentally and emotionally. You may find this week that you realize that maybe you were spending more balanced time with your family, and now you're realizing that it wasn't as balanced as it needed to be, and you're getting ready to make those changes and shifts. Right? You might be finding that maybe your relationship, with your partner, maybe it wasn't that you all were just not fit for each other. Maybe it was the stress. Maybe it's the pressure. Maybe you haven't laughed enough in too long of a time, right? And so all these things can shift the perspective and the experiences that we have of things. So be willing to give yourself and your children the opportunity, your family, the opportunity to really dig deep into that joy, really dig deep into allowing yourself room and space, not just to make mistakes, but to just be all of who you are, right? The mistakes that you might make, the stances you might take that maybe everybody else isn't with that same idea or that same perspective, right? But you take it anyway. Whatever it is, however it is that you need to show up for yourself, this week is offering us as parents, is offering our families and our children the opportunities to really decide that they and that we are going to stand powerfully. As parents, there are a lot of shifts and changes taking place, and you're going to find yourselves having to make choices and decisions that seem like they're difficult. But if you can get into this energy that is grounded, if you can get into this energy that is uplifting and that is fiery, you'll find that you will move through it easily, right? It doesn't mean that it is effortless, right? I mean, in a way it is, but it doesn't mean that it is completely without any effort. It may mean that to do what is required, you just have to be grounded. You have to be in a space of gratitude. You have to be willing to see what it is that you value, which means getting into your joy so you can see the plethora of things that you value, why you value them. And you're also willing to stand firmly on those boundaries. I feel like this week, and I know if you all follow me on TikTok, or if you happen to see some of the shorts that I have on YouTube, I've done a couple different readings on the school year, for instance, right? And this school year is going to require that parents, especially, are in a grounded space and ready to really, really, really step up their boundaries and stand firm on them. This is for the children, right? And then making sure that the children have the resources that they need, even if you don't have anything else. If you are the only person that your child has to this week, or I should say that your child has to come to this week, make sure that you're working on that bond so that you all have the support, the emotional and mental support, and that you're giving that mental and emotional support to your children, right? Be that for each other, be that for your children, because you're gonna need it as these energies are shifting. And I'm not saying that to scare anyone. I'm not even saying that because everything that's happening is a negative thing. But I am saying that because energies shift, and regardless of whether it's good or bad, pressure can come from that. And so making sure that we are in a space where we are really, 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 really aware of what's going on around us, aware of what we're needing, aware of what our children are needing. And that can come from that bonding conversation. That can come from spending the time that you would naturally spend dancing and singing. And maybe you find out that that is what you need more of in your life and in the activities and things that you do with your children. Finding your joy, finding your grace, finding your peace, even in the midst of all of this pressure. Okay. I do want to add in here, I don't, there wasn't a card that came up specifically, but I just felt this as I was getting ready to close out this reading. And that is the message that came up for the general reading that I did for this week. And that is around the promise, right? And this promise is a promise of divine grace, of divine happiness, of of things coming into place divinely. And so trust, regardless of what it is that you're waiting to come in. It could be something as everyday as a particular letter in the mail, or it could be something, some once in a lifetime kind of opportunity, right? And you've been waiting and waiting, waiting to find out if you got it. Manifestations are coming. Get into celebration. Get into your joy. Trust and have faith in the promise that you are divinely deserving of the goodness that you desire in your life. And that even if it does not manifest in the exact way that you have pictured, that goodness cannot help but find you wherever it is that you are. And it cannot help but find your children wherever they are, even if you are not there to lend them that protection, to lend them that grace, or to help them to take that leap of faith and take that opportunity. Know that they will always have someone, some guardian, some angel standing with them to be your extended voice of love and of grace and of support. Okay. Alrighty. So that is going to end the reading for this week. I pray that you all find this reading and you all feel that joyful energy that I felt. I pray that you all find all the different corners and crevices of joy within your life. I pray that you all pull them out, shake them out, dust them off, and party. All right. Love you all, and we'll talk again next week. Bye.